Hi, I'm Sarah from My Wedding PT and I just want to take you through your fitness assessment. So all this is an indication for me of where you're starting from, and I don't mind whether you're starting with high scores or low scores. It just gives me a benchmark, and it's also for you. So in a few weeks' time we can do this again and you can be super proud of yourself by how far you've come along in the time we've been training together. So we have 8 different moves and an optional 9th if you're feeling hardcore. And I want you to get a stopwatch or the timer on your phone, and we're going to see how many of these exercises you can do within 60 seconds. So the first exercise is just the squat. So start with your feet hip width apart. The weight is coming into your heels. You should be light through your toes. You should be able to wiggle your toes at the bottom of the move. Chest nice and upright, tummy muscles tight. Sink in your heels and press through your heels to lift back up. And really engage your glute muscles, your bottom muscles as you drive through the heels to rise up. Your bum should be roughly in line with your knees, so we're looking for really good range here. You could go fast if you're doing really shallow squats, but that's just cheating, so don't do that. So come nice and low. If you want to tone it up a level, we can squat jump. So push off the floor and power up. Again, get that bum all the way down to knee height. We're looking for range and we're looking for power lift. Jot down your score, have a breather, and then move on to exercise 2. So I'm going to alternate between lower, upper to just give yourself a little bit of break here and there. So press ups is your next move. We've got 3 levels for the press up. We've got box press ups, 3/4 press ups, or full press ups on your toes. So box press up, knees under hips, hands just a little bit wider than your shoulders. And we try to get the chest nice and low. I say about a fist distance from the floor for press up, so really good range. Elbows come wide and you squeeze your elbows to press back up. And as you do so, you're going to activate these pec muscles, the chest muscles that we're really aiming to work. So this is your box press up, your level 1 box press up. If you start in here, then that's all good. When you need to stop, have a breather, and then come back in until your full 60 seconds. So you might find you can press up for 20 seconds, you're puffed, and then you come back in after a 10-second break and do more. Just do as many as you can in 60 seconds. 3/4 press ups, bring the weight back onto the tops of your knees. Always have a cat as soon as you're down on the mat. So bring the hands nice and wide, and it's a bit of a plank move. Straight line from your shoulders all the way to your knees. Your elbows come wide again, and you squeeze your elbows in to lift. Just keep looking in front of you, so we're keeping the neck in line. Those of you that can, the full press up. So full plank position, feet can be hip width or the toes can be together, whatever you prefer. And then we're just coming nice and low again. Squeeze your elbows to lift up. And you exhale to squeeze. Again, I want to see that chest nice and low to the floor, fist distance from the floor if you can. With the press ups, again, if you can start in full, do as many as you can, take a breather if you need to. If you feel you can't return to full, but you can then do 3/4, do 3/4 to the end. So this is your fitness assessment. We're going to see where we are again in a few weeks. Number 3, sit-ups. So these are full sit-ups. So we're coming all the way up. So feet hip width, hands nice and wide. If you prefer, you can cross your hands on your chest. Hands wide. We're going to go, exhale, come all the way up. Keep your elbows wide. And I want to get your chest all the way up here. So a full sit-up move. This is a crunch. This is what I call a full sit-up. So keep those elbows wide, cradle your head, avoid rolling your chin forward. You want to keep a gap between your chin and your chest. Elbows wide is really important so that we're not starting to pull and use those shoulders and upper body. It's all about the core here. Number 4 is your burpees. So love them or hate them. I love them personally. Most people hate them. So again, we've got a couple of options here. If you're not used to burpees, hands down, step your feet back, step them into your hands, and then you can either calf raise or do a little jump up. So your choice. Back, in, and we're up. The full burpee, how we'd normally do it, hands down, jump your feet back, jump your feet to your hands, and we jump up and we push off the floor. So again, power through. I reckon you can do a ton of these in a minute if you really push yourself. And we're aiming for height, power, speed. Okay, number 5 is the bicycle or the oblique crunch. So 2 levels, 2 options here. We've got the basic level, feet are down, tap your toes, elbows nice and wide, 1 elbow to knee, 1 elbow to floor. Look at the elbow that's on the floor And really think about lifting your shoulders and your chest and not just your elbow. So full body lift all the way up and across. So if you think about lifting the shoulder rather than just the elbow, then you're going to get a lot more engagement through these side muscles. The second level of bicycles, full extension, elbow to knee, elbow to floor. Look at the elbow that's coming wide. Kick those legs as long and as low as you can. For rep counting, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So count both legs. You can count 1 per leg as opposed to 1 for both legs, if you see what I mean. Tricep dips. You can either use a chair or you can use just the floor. So if you're using the floor, this is our harder level. Elbows come back and squeeze up. Squeeze your bottom as you lift. And then if you can't quite do this, just pop your bottom down, elbows come back, and you squeeze the elbows into lift. Again, tummy muscles nice and tight. You will still really feel these, particularly after 60 seconds. So it doesn't matter what level you choose, it really doesn't. Our penultimate exercise is lunges or jump lunges. So, for the lunges, we're going to do forward stepping lunges today. If you really struggle with forward stepping lunges, you can do reverse stepping lunges. So that's a really big step back, getting that back knee to the floor. Forward step lunges, feet hip width, heel comes all the way down in front. Make sure your knee isn't shooting past your toes, but it's in line with the midfoot or the ankle. Back knee comes all the way to the floor if you can. All the way to the floor, a little tap of the floor. That's the range I'm going for, okay? So from the side, knee in line with ankle or midfoot. Upper body strong, tummy muscles in, shoulders relaxed. We're strong and stiffen up right through our core. And we're pushing off that front heel. If you want to tone it up another level, you can jump your lunges. Feet hip width. These are plyometric lunges. Again, I want your knee to touch the floor. Quite painful on the kitchen floor. Use your arms, power it out, keep the feet hip width. See how many you can do of those in 60 seconds. If you need a breather, take a breather, come back in. And your last move is the plank. Again, a couple of options here. Really thinking about squeezing in the midline. You're going to see how long you can hold your plank for. So for some of you, it might be more than 60 seconds. I like to do it on our elbows. You can do it on your hands. And then we're tucking those elbows right under your shoulders. Draw your belly button into your spine and really squeeze and engage. Squeeze everything. Squeeze your bottom, keep your shoulders soft, or come up onto your toes for a little bit more. And we want to get a straight line from our shoulders all the way to our heels. Straight line, strong and rigid in our plank. So those are your 8 moves. If you want something extra, if you're feeling extra hardcore, we can do some mountain climbers. So that's another kind of power plyometric speed type move. So this is the optional one, number 9. And it looks a little bit like this, hands under shoulders. We're going to be driving the alternate knee to the chest. And for the counting for this, I want it to be 1 for both sides. It's 1, 2, 3, etc. So we're really springing those knees in towards your chest, engaging your abs. You're going to feel this again in your whole body. So just do your best. It doesn't matter what your start position is. It just matters how far we get along with it. So enjoy it and let me know your scores. Thank you.